Oh boy. Oh boy. Check. This is annoying. Why is this not working again? Oh boy. I'll double check. Is it working now? Okay, it's working now. Why did it take time? Why is it lagging? This is so annoying. Oh boy. Wait. I have to double check if this is actually working, or else I'm gonna cancel this everything here. Ah, boy. I think we're safe. We're safe. Oh boy. If you're from Facebook, you're not here from Facebook. You lied. Okay. Welcome to the stream. I have been. If you've read the description, I attempted to record something like this before, but like, I think I can show it to you. Where is it? It's in my Google Drive somewhere. Ignore the names. Oh boy. Where is it? Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. I attempted to record this. My voice. Okay, I attempted to record this, like, but like, if you see the date here, wait, I'm gonna pause this. If you see the date, look, it's April 14th. It's like how many months ago, and I sent this through my Google Drive already, but I didn't have like an attempt to actually like edit it. But since I just suck at editing, I just decided to pull out like a live stream since I know how to do that now. So live stream, it's live stream. Welcome to the stream. Okay. I don't. There's no why is there fireworks? Okay. Okay. A lot of unexpected things happens during live stream, so I apologize for the background noise. But here we go. I'm gonna open Wattpad, hoping you're not seeing my personal details. I don't know why there's Cap Halo FICS, by the way. Okay. So, we have like 6 published books. I didn't even notice it was 6 until like now. Like, seriously, I didn't know. But just today, I released Golden's finale, and I thought today is the right time to live stream this because of Golden's finale, you know that. And basically, I didn't want to spoil it. I'm not gonna show the entire fics themselves. Actually, I think I'm gonna, because this is like more a director's commentary or whatever, but I think this is all settled. I'm gonna check if... Okay. We're here. I think we're gonna start with the oldest one. Here's... oh no, you're gonna get spoiled for future books. Oh boy. Okay. We'll start with Haystack. Haystack has, I think, 12 chapters in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No, it's 14. Haystack has 14 chapters in total. But I didn't actually finish this until like August of last year. This project started, I think, in early June. It ended in beginning of August, around ASEAN's foundation. And after this, I started working on Golden, which took 10 months because school's a little, school is just drenching me. There's a lot of fireworks right now. I don't know why. Okay. So we're gonna start off with the first chapter, which is Foundations. And when I read this, on when I read this during the recording I did earlier. Wait, how is 600 views? I read this in the recording a few months ago, and I think this sucks. I've already read this. This feels like something I wouldn't write, and there's so many inaccuracies. Like, first off, why is there so many? There's so many explosions. I'm sorry. First off, 1967. This is correct. It's stated the ASEAN is formed in August 8th, 1967. Don't ask why I have that information on my head, but I do. So it says here. Yeah, we have like here is like Singapore. I'm gonna start off with Singapore because it's like the one I know immediately. So Singapore isn't supposed to be the one going forwards first. I think it could be any of the ASEAN members. I think it's most likely like Vietnam. No, not Vietnam. Vietnam is not there. Thailand or Phil. I think most likely Thailand because of the current events. I mean, the events then time. Because Singapore actually wasn't invited. Like, Singapore is invited, sure, but like Singapore was like more of an observer. He just wanted to observe like the ASEAN signing and check like, okay, this is how it's gonna work. But I don't know if this is the correct reason or not. But like, they invited Sri Lanka. They invited Sri Lanka to the signing. But Sri Lanka didn't came. Sri Lanka didn't come. I'm sorry if my English, I can't English. Okay, Sri Lanka didn't come. So, basically, they had like technically one space left. This is for my universe, by the way. They technically have one space left. So, that space was then given to Singapore because prior to that, 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago actually, because the ASEAN signing happened the day before Singapore's second day thing, Singapore decided to sign the ASEAN contract and basically became the, yeah. Hold on, I just realized I haven't actually like said this in the Instagram. Let me post this on Instagram real quick. So Singapore became part of the ASEAN because he was sold by the other countries. I think this I don't remember, but I think this happened after the Malayan confrontation or during the Malayan confrontation. I don't remember. Wait, I'll do this real quick. If you're from, I'm going to live this on Instagram. Announce this on Instagram real quick. I posted it. Okay, so it's supposed to be. What are we talking about? Yeah, Singapore was supposed to be the one observing, but eventually became the one to sign. So basically, this one is kinda inaccurate. So, it's just that's how it is. Okay, I think the 4 pieces of bond papers. I think this is like this 4 pieces of bond paper. I think this is accurate-ish because I remember in the ASEAN website they specifically said that it takes it like the article for the the signing is like only a few. So I think this is accurate. Who's going to sign in first? The signing, like the one who said going in and sign in first. I think this is inaccurate as well because I don't think there's information on the internet on who signed the contract first. Wait, I just realized I did like a rewrite on this one. I'm not sure where. Wait, where are you? You're gonna get spoiled anyway. So you can see this one, by the way. The bottom one here, I think I'm gonna cancel that because it's really outdated in my headcanons right now. Here's some book spoilers, except for the 2021 one. Where are you? Here we go. I was supposed to rewrite it. Oh, it gets spoiled. Here. Rewritten. I think I changed a lot. Here. So, I think that's all. Yeah, this one here. Again, I'm so sorry. I didn't think live streaming on mobile is this complicated. Okay, we're back. Okay, so we stated here. Notice how different. Notice how different my stuff here is compared to the ones. I'm gonna pull this out as soon as I finish this. But notice how that I didn't specifically say it's Singapore talking yet. So I just put there a country. And tell me again, you're the country that got independent almost 2 years prior. This is obviously Singapore. Okay, this one is obviously Singapore because the other country. Yeah, don't worry, Thai. Singapore's pretty smart. This is obviously Malaysia. I was correct. And okay, that's enough, Thai. Let's sign the papers. And we don't want it to end up like Masa Mafalindo. Funny enough that I said this, it's because they're part of the HC now. They're part of the HC now, so where is Haystack? I don't know. Where's Haystack? Are you? Where's do you go? Here we go. So here, I keep stuttering. I'm sorry. I'm just still nervous to do this right now. So here, 4 papers. So I just realized this is 4 papers in here, and the other one it says 1 papers. I think I'm gonna change that soon. So who will go and sign first? I'm up for it. The Philippines said, preparing a pen in his hand, he dragged the group of papers slowly to his side and gently reads all of the points. Why do I say it like that? Go ahead, I'll go next. Nah, Malaysia, I cannot speak right now. Malaysia volunteered as he reached out to his pockets and grabbed the pen. What about you, Malaysia? I can't read! How about you, Indonesia? I can't read, I'm so sorry. I'll go one after you if you decide to queue if you want. Indonesia shrugged. Both Singapore and Thailand nodded to his response. Okay, I'm done na po. In Filipino, I don't even know how to pronounce these stuff. And arranged the papers back to its original order. Your turn, Malaysia? Malaysia nodded and grabbed the papers from the Filipinos' hands. How about this? Singapore would go last. I think this will be accurate. I think this is accurate though. I feel like the Singapore being last to sign is extremely accurate, mostly because I told you earlier that Singapore was supposed to be the observer instead. This is the one who signed the thing. Here. How about this? Singapore will go last. I'll go next to Malaysia, and Indonesia can go next to me. Thailand suggests. Sure, matter order anyways. Indonesia shrugged and commented. I'm down with that. Singapore sighed as his closest brand new notebook he's brought for me. What am I talking about? This feels so rough. I get this is a year ago now, but this feels so wrong. Several minutes later, everyone's almost finished. Singapore is left unsigned. What? As Indonesia passed the papers for him, he waved off a wink. You're ready to make Southeast Asia a better place? Wait, why does this sounds familiar? Are you ready to make something a better place? Oh boy. He sharply looked at the place he wanted to sign. He sighed and released his force on his face, and surely but surely signed successfully. I just realized something. I actually referred this part to the beginning of. Yes, I refer. Yeah, let's go there later. But I referred this part of the book to. The new book, I forgot the name already. New Start. I refer this one to New Start because it feels so meta, so I had to this chapter specifically feels so meta, so I had to rewrite that in New Start, but it turned out to be even more meta that way, but it's fine. I like to keep it that way. People reading these are kids anyway, they're gonna cringe on it or whatever. they 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 praise me. Okay, here we go. The 5 countries look at the last page of the documentation, full of signatures, just what they wanted. ASEAN Shore has been officially created. Philippines and Thailand will clap in glee. Malaysia's expressions became a little happier than he was. I think he meant earlier. I mean, happier he was earlier. And that's. I'm waiting for. Fuck, I'm so sorry. Okay. I'm gonna swear. Am I okay to swear? Like, the book has swearing, so I'm not sure. Not really. I think only New Star had swearing. But, either way. So, Philippines and Thailand book club. Wait, that's it. Thailand side. If you suggest anything, then approach Phil. He's the chairman for now. What the? There is no chairman. I think there's no chairman at the beginning of ASEAN. Did it? I don't think there is. Inaccuracy number 2. Everyone in the room nodded. That's what they thought. That was that was it. They thought. As everyone oh god, I'm not gonna read this part because it's just I hate this. Quick note, before we get confused, I want to inform you that I think this is when I started, like, ASEAN's old flag. I think this is like the peak started when I started peeking on ASEAN's history, because I remembered, like, the reason why I know that ASEAN has an old flag is because I was, like, researching about ASEAN, like, back when I was first in the Countryhumans fandom, which is like 2 years ago now. Which is I'm not sure. 2 years ago now, which is insane to think about. So I was trying to find. You ever have a feeling? Wait, I'm gonna wait for a couple minutes because I'm not sure everyone is back at the. I'm not sure if the. Oh my god, I keep fighting the microphone. I'm sorry. I'm not sure if everyone in the stream is back. Do you ever have a feeling where there's a sibling of yours had, like, I'm sorry for the background noise, by the way. I'm outside now. You ever have a feeling where someone in your family decided to come in your room and decided to say, I'm in the middle of something, and they decided to. He's like, no, you shouldn't do that. Okay, we don't have to do that anyway. I don't even have a family member. Not really, I don't have a sibling. Okay. Back to this. Quick note, before we go, yeah, this was like, I'm gonna repart the one I just said earlier. I just wanna, this is when I started peeking at ASEAN's history, because, like, the first time I came in the CH fandom, it was about 2019. I suddenly started having, like, an interest in peeking those who, what do I call this in these terms, but I forgot what do you call it. Like, I started researching about ASEAN more back then, and I somehow found out that he had an old flag. They had an old flag, not he. And I eventually used that idea, I eventually used that flag and stuff, like, because I was supposed to do, like, a Ask ASEAN thing. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are aware of, you ask, like, a Q&A, like, you ask these characters something, and eventually the author will eventually, like, create something in regards to making, like, what do you call it? Like, making a response to the characters respond to that. Like, I was supposed to do that with my own art. I feel like I'm gonna continue doing that, but I feel like I'm gonna do it with my own writing instead, because I think it's, like, much more complicated. I'll double check first my YouTube if it's still working, because I'm gonna check this chat as well because I don't have my phone with me right now because life is complicated. Too many life is complicated. As they all say. Wait, I will just mute the microphone real quick and I'll go back to you guys later. Hi, so where are we? Here. We're gonna start off 1972. I think this is accurate as well. So basically, I don't remember when. Wasn't 1972 also the time Sito died? Yeah, 1972 is also the date, the year. Is it? Wait, when did? I don't remember. When did Sito dissolve? I just ignored it. Well, ignore my tabs real quick. Sito dissolve 1973. So 1972 is, yeah, I was right in my head canon that the EU thing went first. So 1972, I believe is when he started partnering with EU. 1970. Oh my gosh, it's stuck. Wait, stuck. Sorry, something's. Okay. Wait. Sorry. Hold on, I'll be right back real quick because the thing is stuck. I feel like this will be the last one. I'm sorry. I am not a streamer. Okay, this time. Okay, we're back in my actual voice. Can I lock the door? Because this is so annoying. So let me lock. Okay. It's 1972. They need to expand their economy. It's not that there's individually, they need to work as a team. It's been years since the formation, and all they did is peace with another. Sir, meetings were there and there, and nothing else was important. This eventually led them to the then white collar. No! What? No! What is this? Oh my god. The European Union. The EU is a series of felon organization. He cannot speak anymore. In other words, he's really strict compared to others. ASEAN. I cannot speak! ASEAN is how looked up to him, and the organization was founded. He basically acts as a role model, and now he's invited to do something with him. He somehow said on the invitation, said, "Brother, I can't speak. I seriously can't speak." And then he excitedly walked. I'm gonna yes. He locked his office when we did a very cool color scheme. His building was small for sure, but surprisingly it looks so good. Blue, white, yellow was white? Is this EU's office or his office? No, blue, white, yellow. This is EU's office, right? Not ASEAN's? Whose office are we going in right now? Yes, pitch. Okay. With the ASEAN's white people, like ASEAN's normal ones. This one actually changed. This headband actually changed. Right now, EU's eyes are normal, like any other organizations. Probably will change in the future soon, but I think I have EU have like monocles. Monocle? How do you pronounce it? Monocle. Monocle. I cannot. Whatever. Basically, I had EU have like the thing for the one people use for the UK, and like I think I have like an idea for that. I think I'm not allowed to share it yet because it's not final yet, but hopefully it will go on soon. And had a ring similar to this time with little stars surrounding it. This one kinda changed. I'm not gonna say again because I don't have EU's final design. He was also wearing a black suit and business attire and showing his dark blue wings at the exact same color as overall royal blue color. EU doesn't have wings anymore, that's all. Both organizations started each other for a bit until one of them spoke out. Hello, ASEAN. Well, thank you for inviting my invite, huh? Oh, responding to my invite. He reached out his hand for a handshake. He nodded and gave the handshake. He then pulled back and brought it out. Thanks for bringing here. It's truly an honor. 12-star organization smiled. Alright, we have to discuss matters. Perhaps we should do you like this is nose bleeding. What's the latest chapter I wrote here? I'm pretty sure it's feelings part. Why is part? Oh, it's either feelings or worry. Let's just do feelings. No, 30 years. Let's do 30 years because. Oh no, I forgot. Oh boy. So basically, I was planning to retranslate them all the conversations. Where are you? Oh, this one here. The things here because like there are complaints in this area. Yeah, here. There are complaints, so I have to translate them back to English. I proceeded not to do with that. If you wanted to know how I'm gonna translate this back to English, how I'm gonna say that, oh, this conversation is in Indonesian, I'm gonna show you a part of New Star, and I would like you to read this part. Do I have everything here? Yep! So far, New Star has 12 chapters, still unfinished, but here. Chapter 1, let's start with Chapter 1 real quick. Now, Chapter 1 doesn't have any translations. Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 technically doesn't have translations yet. This is what I was talking about in terms of earlier, that basically we have Chapter 1 in here, turns so meta. So basically, in the beginning of this book, I'm gonna tell you this immediately. He was reading a fanfic, and the fanfic is written by one of the countries. I'm not gonna say... no, not one of the countries, one of the provinces. So I'm not gonna say what province, why is he reading this? I'm just so you know that this part over here is written by a province. That's all. Thank you very much. Okay. We can continue with... It's so hot in this blanket. I'm sorry. I'm actually recording this on a blanket right now to elevate the noise, but it's so hot. Here. Yeah, the pen no, let's skip this part because you guys know you have like a idea. I already showed it earlier, and it's like no. A triangular white-eyed patch on his left eye. Pretty sure it's right, but okay. Fell into the floor with a bunch of papers falling around him. And for the third time today, will you please read the sign? Organization scolded, being half sarcastic and serious in his own tone. He looks at the yellow sign placed on the floor that said, "Caution, wet floor." I'm sorry, ASEAN. It's quality pleaded. Contact us, read. I'm sorry. The country pleaded, picking up the papers that fell during his slip. The organization pulled out his tablet wherein he was reading some text and looked over. "No, it's okay." And then he responded, then standing up and helping the country clean out the papers, which gladly none of them got wet. Well, maybe about one or two, but nothing else really. This is so annoying. My iPad is so dirty right now. I don't know why. There was like a birthday party about the iPad there, and I guess that's the reason why. While picking up the papers. Adding to the lips of his contacts, he picks one quite immediately. The other took off the paper from the other. He immediately reacted. "What, Phil? We don't want to know what's on here. Don't worry, I should pick them up some myself." Country chuckled and picked up the papers afterwards. The organization crossed his arms. "Oh, now you're going to be secretive around me. What is it all about? Declaration of war or something? Come on, just fill me up. It's not like a birthday gift, right? It's last month." "It's a surprise, Asian. I'm not gonna tell you immediately." I sound so British. As the Filipino responded, picking up the last sheets of paper in the ground, which sadly only 4 were actually wet. Besides, Christmas are coming anyways. We're at the Burr months, and you think everyone else in the world celebrates that part aside from you. You literally celebrate the longest Christmas. He sighed quiet afterwards, filling the silence of the room with quite a frown. The country took notice of the sudden emotion and asked, "Is something wrong?" "No, not really. I'm just out of what you're doing nowadays, I guess." Annoyingly, what to do? The Philippines decided to lie on move after the sudden mood swing. I mean, I do have 2 surprises for the organization behind your back. They'll figure it out. His eyes widened. "What? No, you continue to act like that. I don't think it's going to happen." "Where exactly did the agreement where we should tell each other the future of the organization together go? Though it might be a good surprise to hide it. But still." Oh my gosh. I'll tell you one of them. Phil winked as he arranges the papers, "But really, if I tell it then, you wouldn't be surprised. Just tell it, if it's important, and lose. It's that important and lose." Okay, I will," Country responded, and handing over a document to the other. "Just read this and look at it for yourself." The organization chuckled and grabbed the paper, starting to read what was written on it. The first part, just the casual association translation logo and the address and whatnot, but my accent is so weird. If you say that I'm not Asian because of my accent, I'm gonna kill you. My accent just sounds so weird today. I have no idea why. This is the case. Okay. The first part is to watch the casual and association logo in the US address and whatnot, but that caught his eyes as the title. "See an admission for observer in the UN." His eyes widened. "You're joking. Can I just have $1 every time I wrote his eyes widen? I mean, surprise? I know you wanted to target for a long while. Since everything changed you when you turned 30 almost over a decade ago. Well, it's best if we should. You have no idea how much I want to take part of this. I'll take that as a compliment." In sheer happiness, the organization stared at the country and embraced him with a really warm hug. Shocked the country was, but he didn't want to ruin the moment because he added back gently. Shortly after, pulled it out and impatiently stated, "Well, I better get going before Singapore needed this ASAP." "Oh, sure, yeah. See you in the best way, Phil." The other winked and exited the other document. He was glad. Wait. Uh-oh. This chapter is uploaded in May and I already see a flaw. Wait. Did Phil say this is a copy? Because I remember thinking in myself that this is supposed to be a copy. I think they didn't mention that it's a copy or whatever. The other winked and exited the long areas. The other waved while finally standing up. His smile faded away as they left, however. Then pulling out the United Nations submission to the document, He was glad you reached here. Right, but it just feels so sudden to him now. I think of it. He has known that there most likely an organization's agent actually stalking him ever since he became an organization. That's why is known for. The UNAF looks after everyone, including other organizations. Chances that he knows how he acted. He had met other organizations in the past, and they felt different. For instance, he was really different attitude-wise. When first I met him, he was bitter at first, but as soon as you get to know him, he came to a realization he is a professional in literally everything. He can say the same for Sark. He's actually some more of a Miss Perfect of Asia. AU has also grown up to manage everything well and talk to everyone, but very professionally. He's definitely not one of those bullet points. Who cares? You like one in how many organizations are out there? Organizations, I have no idea. Is that British English? Whatever happens, it's up to him really to face. God damn it. Chapter 1. Okay, a little behind the scenes. I think I already did some of the behind the scenes. I'm going to show you a portion. I'm gonna pick a random chapter from chapter 3 to chapter 12. Chapter 12 is still not yet done, by the way, but I'm gonna pick a random chapter from this to that, and see here is a little teaser for. I'm so excited actually to upload this book because this is actually like the most proudest project I've ever done, and this started. I see a typo. It's still unedited, but you get the gist of it. So here, going shopping by the morning feels a little twisted for him. That's a positive feeling. He hasn't done this in a while, so I'm usually drop by. Occasionally, he looked back and forth to list and check he had missed anything in the cart. Indonesia wasn't lying when he said it was less than he's supposed to buy. Some of these items just seems like it needs about 1 to 2 pieces or bottles of. Wondering what he would do with it. He was at nervous, so he had to do those checkouts where he talked to the cashier. Screw it, he is going to talk to the cashier. If the cashier is questioning why getting this many apples and noodles, he's gonna ignore it. Which, by the way, he was surprised how many specific brand of noodles you need to buy, and noticing that there's a lot of people who wanted to buy instant noodles lately. He also noticed that the Philippines provinces had also been calling dibs over another brand of noodles. He personally tried what both noodle brand Indus and Phil's provinces say, and he didn't really get the appeal of both of them. The only obsession over food he actually finds interesting is the Malaysia State's chocolate obsession. Milo, he already drank the same bread until this day, and it isn't noodles. I'm gonna stop until here. I'm just gonna stop until here. He's wearing a casual white printed shirt over a light brown jacket and pants, walking around the grocery. The reason his clothing wasn't because he was cold. He flew his way here. I'm gonna change this. This isn't supposed to be he flew his way here for the first time in weeks. I still need to change this. Basically, he took a bus, and the breeze is a little cold. I still need to change this part. She's here. Yeah, I'm gonna ignore this paragraph. Okay, just to have that. Ignore the paragraph above that. Coffee, he wrote in the list. Obviously translated to English as coffee. Apparently they needed 2 medium-sized packs of Suzuki brand. They could have written 1 large one since it's 2 times more than medium. But he's not going to question this or he'll probably get kicked out of the house. Wow! He wrote his card on an aisle and find a brand of coffee that was listed on paper. However, the sudden force or bam is his own card. He noticed this and looked in the direction of the crash. I'm sorry, the female responded, but her expression became quite a realization as to who he was. Oh, see, hi Thailand, he suddenly greeted, recognizing the other by just a glint. Don't worry about it, it didn't really hurt me. That's all. Okay. That's all for New Start. Actually, here's a little thingy. He was starving. A little thingy for chapter 12. If you want, you can read it. So, he was... Okay, you can just read that. Okay. I think we're going to do golden for now because the reason why I made golden last for this one, because I really love golden and I really hate golden. Like, if you ask me, like what's my favorite, I mean, what fic I hated, it definitely has to be golden because, oh my god, if you didn't know, golden has been written for the past 8 months, and it only has 10 chapters, something I could just do within 2 months or 3 months, and because of other matters like Discord moderating and what you call Discord moderating. This is when I started Facebook moderating as well. But the thing, Facebook moderating is just more or less than Discord. My opinion, except the fact that they're more minors and role playing and school. This just slowed down a lot, and I really wish that it didn't happen because when I reread this entire book again, this feels like hell. in terms, I just hated this book, and mostly because it's so inconsistent. I actually I told I look back at I remember January I said I had to rewrite the entire book again just because of my achievements that time. I ended up not doing it. I mean there are already references about my old stuff in here, but most of the time I never really implemented it. I said story had references. My head You're my friend. However, I overdid this and made it. I keep rewriting Golden to the point where I just feel like I'm not continuing this anymore. This is why I need to write New Start. New Start is actually supposed to be like a comfort book I'm going to make for writing Golden, but it turns out I have so much motivation like the end of Golden. Basically, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3 was written in... Okay, I'm gonna read it. Chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3 was written in September and November. Chapter 4, chapter 5 was chapter 4, chapter 5 is written in December, January, and the rest was written at the end of the last few months of me publishing Golden, and it sucks. You can tell, reading this, you can tell how much I changed this. If you've read the original chapter 1, you can also tell how much information, how much detail I added into this. Since the last time you read this, I don't have the original copy of chapter 1 anymore, but if you've read the old one, you definitely get how much things I've changed since then. And I just don't like Golden. I just hated it. That's why when I said I'm going to continue publishing Golden while I'm writing New Start, I really meant it because I hated it. This is why I had Golden upload their chapter 10 just recently, because I didn't feel motivated on continuing Golden anymore. I wanted to scrap the entire thing, but I've already written everything, so why not publish them? I think that's a story of me. This is just a story of me going nuts about Golden. I think everyone knows. I think if I'm going to rank my story so far, I think I'm going to put Haste. No, I cannot chat cannot be loaded. So I'm gonna put Haystack at like second place. New Star is obviously going to be first. I think Golden could just go at the dumpster. Yeah, that's all. If you wanted to know if I'm going to draw my stuff, my stories aside from fanfic covers, I think that's going to happen soon, as long as I know how to do poses. Let's just read chapter 1 and say how much I've done. Although turning older feels like a daydream every time. Although he is very much physically and mentally about 27 and 94 a day, everyone treated it as his birthday as he doesn't know the exact day he was born. Organizations do have a load of other histories still have yet to uncover. Annoying to notice that he hadn't have an actual childhood as they forced to grow up quickly. Annoying to him as well that's the fact second chance for being in his forsaken planet. See how old this headcanon is? He just came to Earth when every ASEAN contract was been signed, so August 8th is celebrated as Big Day. Actually, scratch that. He did go to Earth before ASEAN. He was the same guy as the Associated Southeast Asia, without the N nations. Everyone kind of knew that, including himself, but you would all agree that this is the kind of words they prefer not to open unless asked about. His personal history was way too unnatural and complicated anyway. He didn't care about his birthday at all, in his real honesty, and he admits it. He hated celebrating his birthday, yet this year doesn't feel different, or I thought it wouldn't. One major factor is his 50th birthday, his golden anniversary. Like it's his wedding or anything. Like I choked on my saliva. The people would cheer and celebrate it, right? He was only just got global recognition about 10 years ago, and he's chartered. And I could hear my cough from. He only got global recognition about 10 years ago and chartered and led in ASEAN UN meetings on the same year. His anniversaries or birthdays. Wait, can I mention the UN meetings on the same year? He only got global recognition. This quote, this area. Inaccurate. Like, kind of inaccurate, but really inaccurate. This sentence alone is actually the plot line of New Start, except I'm not gonna say what's the story of New Start, but this is literally the plotline of New Start. That's all I'm gonna say. His anniversaries or birthdays or something he didn't want to waste his time on. This is why he hasn't planned on anything this year. But of course the entire Southeast Asia Southeast Asian celebrates it anyways. At least none of them declared a national holiday or something, because that would be crossing the line of the rule book. He went to the calendar application on his phone and checked the agenda tomorrow. There's somehow a planned meeting in the morning at 10 a.m., which probably will involve Timor-Leste and the organization. Can I just mention, this wasn't mentioned in the book ever again. Like, this wasn't mentioned in the book ever again, except for like the finale, I think. Spoiler alert, but he mentioned about like a line saying, "Oh, too much work, sleepover party, I guess." Or replying as applies possible, considering the fact that he's here closer to his demise tomorrow. At least whatever is planning on the next day would actually make sense, unlike the meetings they had recently, which he still doesn't understand because of the Spratly Islands controversy. As soon as he plays the phone, he realizes that he did leave himself outside. It was a cold night and almost 9 in the evening. Current headcanons doesn't allow people alive in 9 in the evening unless it's a party. Something. He had something favored in other countries. Joining Balcony Garden area, Thailand. Why do I like Thailand so much? Like, this is like the third time I've read so far that Thailand's involved. Like, I just realized how much I've written about Thailand in these books, but I barely even mentioned her in the ASEAN Dump, the one-shots book. One of the 3 people who have stuck with ASEAN, and one of the 5 who signed with ASEAN. At the back of his head, he knows that owes her a bunch, even if that's not the case in reality, because she has done a whole lot in the organization. His personal life he couldn't keep count of. He didn't do anything or interact with desk for, but sit on a nearby bench, which they were about 5 feet apart. Because they're not gay. I'm sorry. Because they don't communicate that often. They just zone out pretty often in their individual headspaces. Wait, let me turn this off real quick. Ty almost slept, looking over the plants and the stars due to how dark and comfortable it was. They both had finished dinner a while ago. Malaysia and Indonesia both cook for everyone in their own houses or apartments, and it turned out fine. Everyone in the building except for two. And Myanmar and the Philippines was set to do a private meeting in one of the meeting rooms inside, as they already had conclusion that the meeting is about tomorrow, since Myanmar did have something to catch up on. He literally just survived the vacation that lasted about 3 months. Spoiler alert! I remember that Paul on Instagram, I said that Myanmar is going to be a boy or a girl. The result says they're a boy, but I decided to make it a girl. Reverse psychology, baby. I'm sorry. Although sadly around the end of summer, it means the temperature changes would start popping up soon. It was cold, but it wasn't because they couldn't survive outside. It made it normal temperature, but the office is located near a mountain near side of rice field, so naturally the office is covered in cold weather. This is still this one. Their office is located near a mountain beside a rice field. Is this still a thing in New Start? That's a spoiler. Carrying on. The pair had to consider lighting a mini campfire in front of the bench, but it come to the realization that the plans would become fired. They didn't tie the plans. They didn't want the office to be on fire the day before the anniversary. Instead, he decided, clothes. Why outside go? Electricity bills can blow itself up. Mood. So if you're like older, you'll get why. Thailand pulled out her phone and checked her messages she might have missed, and for some odd reason, try not let the person beside her look over the private conversations. ASEAN took notice of it, but decided not to ask any questions when extremely prior to him to ask about it. Unless it's about tomorrow, where it's yeah, okay, whatever. This cold breeze hits the pair once again. He started to pull up his foot and said, "Oh my god." I'm gonna skip this part. He probably left his phone muted at the time he's outside. Fucking dogs. He was too lazy to check and keep it inside his pocket and move on. He stepped in put knock in the 3-story building. Still accurate, but the 3-story is not 3-story anymore. Basically, it has 2 floors and 1 basement. You remember why he wasn't hanging out inside by the lunch? It would be stupidly cold inside. My mind changed the temperature with that low for some reason. I didn't hate the idea, but he did have an extra interest. And this was why electricity bills are pretty high. And this Christmas lights. When was it always 9? Country was outside looking at a moment and asked to go inside. Trying to shatter itself. Oh yeah, sure. We're going back to our apartment now. It's getting late. I just should. Besides, big day tomorrow, and you know why. Right! This is just, the rest of this chapter is just him and his thoughts. And I'm proud of this poem for some reason. I really love this poem. I have no idea why. I think this is the only thing I'm proud of. I'm pretty sure someone, yeah. The poem here is probably my favorite thing of this entire thing. Nothing else. Do I have something? What's my favorite part of this book? I don't know if I have a favorite part of this book. Oh wait, can I just mention about the UN thing? Oh yeah. The UN. Personal. Let's say this part. Let's say this conversation went too personal to detail. So basically, this originally has like 1,000 words of ASEAN and UN talking to each other, and ASEAN just bursted into tears. The reason why I cut it out is because he isn't that like he isn't that, what do you call that? He isn't that, I forgot the term. I forgot the term. He isn't that emotional. So if you're gonna say that if I cut it out because I didn't think Asya is that emotional, but he really is because he is an ENFP. But I decided just also the second reason why I cut it out is because I didn't really like that part at all. That part alone makes me regret everything because this was like after this I took like a 3-month hiatus because it took me a 3-month hiatus because of it took me a 3-month hiatus. I hate repeating. I don't talk about it. It took me a 3-month hiatus. That part me ever. This part, chapter 8. Gonna skip this. Read this ish. You sound like you're reading a fanfic and I'm in front of you. Yes. That's all. Yes. That's why you did that. It's best looking, to be fair. Hey, as long as you didn't hire companies to do everything about it. This part is the only. This part is the only time where I say. This is the only time my peers physically. Like chapter 1. He was mentioned, but the only part my appeared physically was because I accidentally didn't see it in Slack. Basically, I offended Myanmar's controversy. I'm not gonna say how or why, but I accidentally offended this controversy. And due to that, I have cut and rewrite everything in that part. And it's gone. I had to rewrite that part. I didn't want to offend my mom again, so I had to rewrite it. So I'm actually actually played a huge role in the start. So if you're like interested, then go for it. Actually, Myanmar, Vietnam, and Indonesia, those three countries actually played like a really huge part in the start because of their history in ASEAN. So that is all. Let me double check something real quick. I'll double check Facebook if there are any. Yeah, ASEAN just uploaded a video like the ASEAN, the Facebook ASEAN, what am I talking about? The ASEAN and the official ASEAN just posted like something regarding the tricycle and rickshaw or whatever. So, sorry, I just, how much I got, you got. This is actually, I think this one. Not this. Where is it? Here, Splashes of Water. This is actually my favorite chapter. I'm sad that it's only has 27. I'm sad. But this is actually my favorite chapter in the entire series, mostly because I had like a ton of fun writing this chapter. I think it's because of the end of the area. I really like writing action scenes for some reason. And I like how Singapore just decided to dip because he's asthmatic. I think I'm gonna let Singapore remain asthmatic for the rest of the thing. ASEAN's just, if you get hit 3 times, you're out. I think this is all. That's all. I'm gonna say food and fireworks. I am so happy that I get to end this book finally. Mostly food and fireworks are most. I actually have a draft of food and fireworks. I deleted it, but basically Sito was supposed to appear as a ghost in this chapter, but I decided to scrap that entire thing because that's so meta, and I decided to scrap that thing and place it in New Star. And that's something you have to look out for. I think this is all for this live stream. I think I've mentioned enough. So I'm going to mention this as well. 2 organizations and another. This is just a little announcement. This is like the official announcement thing. This will be the next book after New Start. Okay. This is not. Okay, so basically the entire plot line here, I'm going to summarize this. The entire plot line here is that Timor-Leste and ASEAN, this takes place in Timor-Leste and ASEAN, just newly bonded, because the UN, okay, I'm going to say this. The UN sent a letter to ASEAN say that, hey, you're if you want, then we can let you be assigned under Timor-Leste. And Timor-Leste was like, oh yeah. And then ASEAN responded with, okay, sure, because he already knows what it felt like being with Timor-Leste, because they're housemates, and his legal address is in Indonesia anyway, so he knows how it feels like to raise Timor-Leste and live with Timor-Leste. And basically here, what's a better the 2 of them have been playing, they go well. They had like something like a father-son relationship, but ASEAN refused that it's a father-son relationship. Everyone's agreed it's like father-son. It's like ASEAN's the parent and Timor-Leste is the child. Take note that Timor-Leste here in the story is going to be physically like about 9 or 10, but in like 2017, physically Timor-Leste is supposed to be like 20. So basically, the entire plot is that it's a bedtime story. So Timor-Leste was curious about ASEAN's past, and Indonesia was a little curious because Indonesia didn't know the full story of his past, and so ASEAN decided to have it like separated since his past was too long. And then he said and if you read the headcanon documents, you get like what it means. So basically, Sio and Asa has been known to be very far apart to each other, so that's how we started. He will start the story as Asa. Asa. I'll just say Asa so that it'll be easier. So Asa, he started with Asa because it's like the youngest, the oldest thing you have ever seen, like, you know. And then if he started talking about the bedtime story, eventually he's noticed there's another organization that would be CITO. CITO is another organization, but despite his name being Southeast Asia, only 2 Southeast Asian countries has been around him. But CITO grew up, and he grew up in a place where he doesn't really deserve. Like, you know the saying, every parent deserves to have a child. Every child deserves to have a parent, but every parent doesn't deserve to have a child. This is the situation with these 2 countries. CITO grew up in a really, really strict household. Like like a next level to being strict. I guess you know where I'm going. I'm not gonna say the word because I feel like YouTube will take down the stream. So he grew up that day, and because of the US doesn't know what they're doing. At that time, the US doesn't like appreciate organizations as much as he used to now, and so he grew up that way. and Thailand and Philippines and possibly the UK actually took care of Sito properly. But it was too late as his personality really bended. And then Asa saw him and tried to communicate with him, but he tried like so many times. But eventually they became friends. Here, they were developing an appreciation with one another as time goes by, and they were forced to become closer. However, there's another organization, MPI. MPI grew out in existence mostly because Phil, Indo, and Mal wanted to go together. Forever joke. They wanted to go together and do things in unison, but there has been a little controversy between them three, like specifically Malaysia. Other than that, though, Smuffalindo actually started hanging out with Asa, which made Sito really, really jealous. And you know him, I said earlier, his personality is a little bitter because Sito grew up in such household that make him have this reaction. Eventually, he started to argue with us. I'm leaving it until there. I'm saying Sito and Asa are close, and Mafalindo started appearing. Asa became friends with Mafalindo. Sito is jealous. However, Mafalindo and Asa actually has members that has started to become really crazy. That's all. Thank you. I guess that's all. I already peeked you guys at the new book and new start, ironically, and I guess this is all I have to say. Thank you so much. If you're watching this as a video, please say, if you're watching this as a video, don't tell anyone about this. It's a joke. You can tell people about this, but, you know, everything is said in the video, you skip the video. No, okay? That's all. Okay, this is all we're saying right now. Back to stream. Thank you so much for being here. I also want to appreciate everyone who subscribes to our 30 followers, subscribers. Thank you. I know I don't have my subscriber count on right now, but just so you know that everything you've done is appreciated. And thank you so much also for 115 followers in Wattpad, I think so. It's insane to talk about that. I have more followers in YouTube now because I'm so used to have my Wattpad so up. Instagram as well. I think Instagram had just reached like 125 as well. So like, it's funny to see that they're like in par with each other. Other than that, though, thank you so much. I guess that's all I'm going to show you guys. I don't have anything else, so I hope to see you again soon, and take care, okay? Bye, guys!